Waterford Lancers play host to the Ledyard Colonels. And you are going to watch it all live on game day. Live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. And a week ago, Waterford was flying high. But after a loss to East Lyme left them vexed, and a loss to New London left them perplexed, tonight they roll in and going, what's next? And we're going to find out against the Ledyard Colonels.
Yeah, we're going to find out pretty soon. Two teams in a bit of different directions right now. Like you said, Waterford stumbling a little bit mid-season. Casey may have peaked too soon, but the Ledyard Colonels are peaking at the right time right now for Coach Dave Cornish. They are hot, winners of 5 straight.
Yeah, I can't find anybody on the Ledyard sideline that's willing to admit that 20-point blowout is in their minds, but I can't imagine that they don't want to get a little retribution tonight from that earlier defeat.
Yeah, they won't talk about it. We're a different team than we were, say, a month ago, but listen, it's always lingering for Dave Cornish.
And, the Waterford has really struggled the past few games. Not only tough losses to New London and East Lyme, but the zip sort of gone from the step of Mikey Bassetto and the crew. So tonight, he and other people, he's going to have to find other people in the mix tonight to become a part of that rotation. And that's a good time to look at the players to watch in tonight's game.
Yeah, sure thing, Casey. For Waterford, how about senior center Walker Sutman? Big, strong, physical player. He's going to have to anchor things down in the paint tonight versus Ledyard front line. Sutman is actually at his best on the offensive glass, creating second-chance scoring opportunities for the Lancers. Whether it's a high ball screen or blocking shot, Walk will be called upon to be physical tonight. He is headed to Fairfield to play baseball. Sutman is a tremendous athlete. And for the Ledyard Colonels, how about senior swingman Devin Rickerson? Rickerson is averaging double figures for Coach Dave Cornish. Whether it's a deep three or going to the rim, Rickerson is a scoring threat. Devin's toughness as an on-the-ball defender and his athleticism on the press is a perfect fit for this Ledyard Colonel program.
Yeah, you're right, sports doctor. Every team needs defense and energy, and Waterford senior Eric Pinch provides that and more as he embraces his new role with the Lancers.
Eric Pinch is a living, breathing spark.
Everyone always says you need to score, but I just play with my strengths and I play defense, get steals, and I like to pass, so I just do what I do, I guess.
He brings I wish I could have better words for it, but just some intangible. His defense is great, but it's not always his defense that he changes. Offensively, he changes the game.
I love just, getting a steal, clapping in their face, anything to get in their head or get them frustrated is the best part of playing defense. Played Ledyard, I got a couple steals and that kid was all frustrated and it was great, I loved it.
And there was a play in the state tournament when we were playing Buckley. Their best player had the ball, and we were trying to limit him. We said, Eric, get in, take care of it. The kid dribbled up the court. Eric kind of denied him. He took a couple dribbles back to break the 5-second count. Eric would not let that happen. He went right with him, 5-second count, ball going the other way. They completely turned the tide of the game. That's the spark he brings. I talked to him in the offseason. I said, Eric, what's your goal for next year? He says, I don't want to be in Mikey's shadow all year. I don't want to be his backup all year. I said, but why would you be? And so for me, I had to think about how can I utilize him the right way. Eric has started 1 game for us this year. He hasn't really started many games, but I know he's finishing a lot of, or he's in a lot of the very important moments of the game. If you were to go back and watch the season, when we start making runs, when we start doing things really in a positive way, Eric Pinch is playing.
I'm just trying to help out the team and get us to the next level and win some games.
Lazy, and the layup puts the Lancers up 6.
The senior guard, Eric Pinch, Casey, he's one of those kids that plays with a lot of heart, scraps, hustles, and gives everything he has to Coach Rob Bassett and this Waterford team.
Yeah, sports doctor, he is really going to have to step up his game tonight too as well. They need that energy. They need that spark tonight that he brings, because right now that team's a little out of sync, and he can get them back into sync. Ledyard coach Dave Cornish, he's implored his team to trust the process. We've heard that term, right? Trust the process. And now, as his team is playing its best ball of the season, they're seeing the progress.
You can only practice so much. Good. Once you get in the game, it's a different atmosphere.
Good job.
The confidence has to be built in through practice, and once they get out there, they have to play.
Beautiful.
I said it would take about 7 or 8 games before we actually, see the fruits of our labor. It's frustrating at times because when you have a lot of seniors, you would think, even though they don't have a lot of experience, but they've played a lot of games, they've been in practice with us, for the last 3 years, they should understand my expectations and what we expect here at Ledyard High School. I knew our guards were going to be the thing that was going to either we're going to sink or swim with them. And, early on we were sinking, but we stayed with it. They trusted the process, and now they're what I usually call trust the process and see the progress, and that's what's happening. We're starting to progress and get better and better, and that's all we ask to do, just get better each day, each game. We have the ability, we have the talent in that locker room. I told them this is a very talented team. We just have to have the confidence that in knowing, in our ability and what we can do and what we can't do. And it's my job to put them in a position where they're going to be successful.
We got 10 seconds to get it over.
I just want us to keep progressing.
Remember that, guys, not 5. 10 seconds.
And hopefully we'll peak toward the end of the season. I'm glad we didn't peak too early.
Too easy.
And we're going to peak toward the end of the season, and I'll be fine with that. And let the chips fall where they may. This is what we got to work on every day. We have to be in the right spots. We got to make the right passes. We got to be almost perfect from here on out.
Team improving and getting better as the season rolls along. The signs of a great coaching staff and a good job done by Dave Cornish this year.
And he's dressed a little better tonight. Lancer Nation and the Colonel crew, we're coming back on the other side. You are watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The Storyline Podcast. Conversations with journalists about the communities they cover and the stories they report.
An anonymous tipster said that the DOT workers and contractors on scene had to run for their lives as this dump truck careened toward them. Naturally, something that I wanted to follow up on.
Find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
What a difference a month makes. 1 month ago, Waterford beat Ledyard by 20 points on the road to a 9-0 start and a top 10 ranking. But now they have lost 2 out of 3 games, and suddenly the Lancers are struggling for answers. Inconsistency, foul trouble, and rebounding issues have Coach Bill Bassett searching for a lineup that works for the Lancers. At times, as many as 10 different Lancers have contributed, but what 5 will come together as Waterford heads down the stretch? Ledyard has won 5 straight games, including a dominant performance that gave East Lyme its only loss of the season. Trevor Hutchins is making his case for Player of the Year, and along with Devin Rickerson and Kenny Turner, have formed a solid trio for the Colonels. Jack Woodruff has solidified the point guard position, and the Colonels are playing their best ball of the season. The 20-point loss to Waterford sits firmly in the past, but not out of memory. 2 teams, one looking to right the ship and the other looking for continued smooth sailing. It's Waterford and Ledyard, Lancer Nation and the Colonel crew, and it's on Game Day, live on theday.com.
You are watching Game Day live on theday.com. The Ledyard Colonels coming into the Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse at Waterford High School, and the Colonel crew is ready for this game. It's a showdown rematch off a 20-point loss to Lancer Nation last time around.
Yeah, that game was played up at the Xavier tournament, the Artie Coors tournament, and Waterford got down early, turned things up, and kind of flipped the tables on Ledyard. And again, a different Ledyard team and a different Waterford team, I think, at this point right now, Casey.
Now you see there players in tonight's game wearing yellow jerseys. Well, tonight's a very special night here at Waterford High School. We're going gold for children's cancer. I had an opportunity to sit down with the organizer and sort of emotional centerpiece of tonight's event, Marissa Walker, senior at Waterford High School, and she explained how this all came about and what a fantastic young lady she is. Tonight on Game Day, very special guest, Marissa Walker, a senior here at Waterford High School, perhaps heading off to college next year at University of Miami is the plan.
That's the plan.
And you are the orchestrator of a special event here tonight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that is?
So what we're doing tonight is a gold game for childhood cancer, and I organized this because obviously I've been affected. I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma when I was 9 years old, and I've met a lot of people, a lot of friends that have experienced childhood cancer as well, and my goal is really to get the word out there that we need more attention on childhood cancer because there's not nearly enough awareness for it. I don't know if you've heard of More Than 4, but it's more than 4% of National Cancer Institute giving more of their research funding to all childhood cancers because we feel that it's clearly not enough for such an important foundation, like such an important place for us. And because I've read that I know this is not like super big deal, but prostate cancer receives more awareness and funding than childhood cancer, which doesn't really stick with me that well. So yeah, I want gold to be the new pink because I also deal with seeing breast cancer being promoted like crazy, and it's great. But my thing is, I have friends that aren't doing well and friends that have passed away because the lack of funding. So it's my goal just to get the word out there because not a lot of people are aware of it.
The last time we saw you actually was in pink. You played for the Cure. So you're involved. You're obviously involved in that as well.
Yeah.
Is the goal to be a play for the gold?
It's changing. I actually, Anne-Marie Hewell, the softball coach for Stonington, we go back and forth all the time. We're actually honoring her older sister who passed away. We're transferring to gold. Pink is no longer because we want to make it more for childhood cancer because it's affected me when I was a child, her older sister. There's people from Stonington that passed away when they were a child, and Maddie Garaya, we honor her. So it makes more sense to do gold, not pink, because we want to get the generic pink is cancer. I want that. I don't want that anymore. And I don't want that to sound bad because I think promoting breast cancer awareness obviously is really important, but when you think of me, I want you to think of gold.
Oh, that's easy enough. Go for the gold.
Yeah.
So tell us about what the event here tonight at Waterford High School. They're ready to have a big basketball game against Ledyard, who, by the way, has gold in their colors.
Gold and blue. Great.
So what's tonight going to be about?
So tonight I'm actually gonna speak a little bit to the crowd for only a minute, just express my thoughts on why we're doing this. And we're selling T-shirts and bracelets, I believe, and I just really want everyone to be aware that it's not rare for a child to have cancer, and it's okay to talk about it because I know that it's really a tough topic to discuss and it makes people uncomfortable, but that's exactly why I want to do it tonight, to make people realize that it's okay to talk about it and it's okay to promote it.
How can people get involved if they want to get involved in it?
So, there's tons of organizations you can donate to. St. Jude's, Cure Foundation, I Cure, St. Jude's, Camp Rising Sun. If you go online, there's so many different ways to donate. It's really not that hard because I feel like everyone's been affected by cancer, but not everyone's been affected by childhood cancer, so it's a little bit easier to brush off, but it's really easy to get involved for sure.
Well, thank you. Marissa Walker tonight going to lead everybody. We're going to go for gold.
Yep.
In childhood cancer.
Woo! Okay.
There is Marissa Walker's father, Pete Walker, of course, professional pitching coach right now. Special night here. And let's join her uncle, Andy Walker, the voice of the Waterford Lancers.
At this time, I would like to introduce the senior captain of the Lancers softball team. She is a cancer conqueror. She is a national finalist in the State of Connecticut Award winner for the National Federation of High School Spirit of Sport Award. She has organized this Go Gold theme for tonight's contest, raising awareness and much-needed funds for childhood cancer research. She is on a personal mission to champion this cause and is an inspiration to all that are fortunate to know her. Please help me welcome Waterford High School senior Marissa Walker.
Don't mess up. Okay. You want one and I'll take one? Okay. There we go. Can you hear me? Okay. So lucky for all of you, I'm not going to bore you for too long with what I have to say. You can thank my low energy levels from my most recent surgery. I just wanted to quickly speak about a topic that I feel doesn't get enough attention, childhood cancer. I know it's an area many of you aren't fully aware of, but some of you are way too aware of it. We deserve more than 4%. All childhood cancers only receive, as a whole, 4% of fundings from the National Cancer Institute, which I might add, they receive billions of dollars annually. I don't know about you, but I have a really hard time accepting something like that, and the reality where prostate cancer receives more funding than all childhood cancers combined. So with that being said, I know we have a big game tonight, and I know some of you are only here for that, but I'm really here to make people aware of how childhood cancer is in desperate need of more attention and more awareness. Hopefully each and every one of you can try and help make a difference tonight so that one day we can live in a world where the words, your child has cancer, doesn't exist. Thank you.
Thank you, Marissa. This is a very special night here at the X. As each starter from each team is introduced, an additional name will be called before them, a name of a young child that was taken from this earth way too soon by cancer. Each one brought their respective communities together. Tonight, we are one community. Tonight, we remember them. Tonight, we play for them. Tonight, we raise money to help find a cure for this indiscriminate and deadly disease. When the ball is tossed to begin the game, the spirit of these children will be present, as well as the spirit of competition. This is high school sports at its best. And now for tonight's starting lineups. Ledyard enters tonight's game with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses. Is led by head coach Dave Cornish and assisted by Harvey Morton, Craig Georges, Ralph Ruggiero, and Tim Strong. And now for the visiting Colonels. Playing in memory of Gabriela Castillo. At guard, senior, number 3, Jack Woodruff. Playing in memory of Dorian Murray. At guard, a senior, number 5, Devin Rickerson. Playing in memory of Bryn Levitsky. At forward, a junior, number 11, Ken Turner. Playing in memory of Harold Alvarez. At forward, a senior, number 24, E.J. Alborn. And playing in memory of Kim Ann Crowley. At center, a senior, number 21, Trevor Hutchins. The Ledyard Colonels. Waterford enters tonight's contest with a record of 10 wins and 2 losses. Is led by head coach Bill Bassett, assisted by Mike Straneski, Tim Lineberg, and Kyle Florio. And now for the Lancers starting 5. Playing in memory of Marissa Satiro. At guard, a 6-foot senior wearing number 4, Omar Rahman. Playing in memory of Nicholas Tissio. At forward, a 6'4" junior wearing number 10, Liam Spellman. Playing in memory of Madeline Garaya. At forward, a 6'4" senior wearing number 23, Max Mazzella. Playing in memory of John Walker Jr. At forward, a 6'4" senior captain wearing number 34, Walker Sutman. And playing in memory of Travis Brennan. At guard, a 5'9" senior captain wearing number 5, Mikey Bassetto. Yo, Waterford Lancers. Officials for tonight's game are Dave Cruz, Tony Gigliotti, and Tony Nacito. Official scorer for tonight's game is Mr. Don Connors. Working the clock is Mr. Mike Strecker.
All right, send it back whenever. Well, I mean, that was one of the most special things I think we've ever done on game day. It was remarkable, and I'm just going to leave it right there. Let's meet the players in tonight's game.
Albert Einstein, 131.
Eric Pinch, Southwest Elementary.
Liam Spellman, the Southwest Elementary. Walker Sutman, Great Neck. Max Mazzella, Oswegatchie Elementary.
Trevor Yeomans, Great Neck Elementary.
JJ Brennan, Oswegatchie Elementary School.
Tyler Peretz, Ionic Center School.
Ryan O'Connell, Quaker Hill Elementary.
Peyton Sutman, Great Neck Elementary.
Dylan Eckhart, Great Neck Elementary.
Caden Maynard, Southwest Elementary.
Trevor Hutchins, Juliet W. Long Elementary School.
Devin Herkison, Ledger Center School.
Ken Turner, North Stonington Elementary School.
Jack Woodruff, Ledger Center School.
Julio Nieves, Northeast Academy.
E.J. Alborn, Ledyard Center School.
Xavier Whitmore, IDCS.
Eddie Reyes-Suarez, RMS.
Elijah Brown Young, Ledyard Center School.
Stanley Green, Julia W. Long School.
Jaden Bickham, Gallup Hill School.
Omar Whitmore, Gallup Hill Elementary School.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I give you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on the Day Doc.
Welcome back to the X, and let's go right into the keys to today's game.
Yeah, sure thing, Casey. The Sports Doctor's keys to the game for Waterford rebound. Last time out against New London, the Lancers got destroyed on the boards. 5 guys on the glass tonight. Roll on. Players like Brennan, Yeomans, and Pinch will have to continue to contribute off the bench for Coach Bassett. Offensive identity. Lancers have to refine their offensive identity, Casey, which had him at 80 points earlier this year. And for Ledyard, move the basketball. Less dribbling and more passing. Ledyard guards have a tendency to pound the ball, dominate the post. Hutchins, Turner, Alborn, and big man Julio Nieves have a huge advantage over the Lancer front court and play like the champs. Until someone knocks them off, the Colonels are still the ECC champs. Play with that swagger, Casey O'Neill. Big-time ball game tonight here at the X.
Yeah, certainly. Lancer Nation is ready to go. The Colonel crew as well. The players are on the floor. Waterford, many of them with the yellow headbands on, and we are ready to tip this one off here at the X.
What an atmosphere here. I mean, you got a team starving for a win in Waterford, looking to get back on track, and Ledyard comes knocking in a place where they won an ECC championship here last March.
Tap is controlled by Ledyard, and Woodruff comes out, and the first offensive possession, he'll be guarded by Bassetto.
Straight man-to-man defense here by Waterford.
Steal early by Bassetto. Passes interrupted by Ledyard, but Sutman comes out of it. Bassetto is going to try to trap, and he turns it over the other way. Woodruff comes out. Swings, Rickerson, 3-ball. In and out, no good, but there's a strong rebound. Hutchins, right-handed follow, no good, and Spellman cleans up. And a steal right away with Hutchins, and he goes up over the top of Spellman for 2.
The ASC Casey down on one end. Kenny Turner with his long arms paying big dividends, and Trevor Hutchins as well.
Right away, though, Pacetto finds Mazzella underneath, quickly turning it as Ledyard did not get back in transition.
That's Waterford style. That's what had them out 80 points a game at the beginning of the season. Push it and get the easy bucket.
Rickerson tries to go with that left hand. Rahman picks him up, finds a cutting Turner. Rahman picks his pocket. 2-on-1. Rahman all the way to the basket, draws the foul, and they're going to say it's on the floor, and Rahman draws the foul as he got to the basket on Turner. Veteran officiating crew tonight, Tony Gigliotti, Dave Nacito, and Dave Cruz. As good as the ACC can get, 3-man crew tonight. Pacetto will inbound for Waterford underneath.
I like the matchup between Rahman and Rickerson. They're basically the same type of player.
Free ball by Pacetto is short, and Ledyard's going to run. And I'm going to say, of course, that back-to-back nights, I got myself off on the wrong foot. It's Tony Nacito and Dave Cruz.
You got Jigsy right.
I flip-flopped them again because I'm rushing through it. Ledyard's going to set. Now I'm going to hear it from Tony too. So pull up in the lane by Turner and a strong rebound. Spellman already with a couple of strong rebounds for the Lancers.
Little lunch pail guys. Liam Spellman doing some dirty work out there early.
Pacetto drives, floater, no good. Rebound by Alborn, and he'll kick it out, and we'll go back with Ledyard.
And Ledyard jumped out to an early, 27-11 lead in the game earlier this year against Waterford. So no stranger to getting out in front of the Colonels.
Oh, nice pull-up jumper that time by Woodruff, something we don't often see from his offensive arsenal.
Can knock it down. He's got the coach's green light. He's got the coach's confidence.
Spellman with a high floater over Hutchins, but no good. And we'll have a foul on Mazzella reaching in on Alborn. Pacetto that time found a zipping Spellman, and instead of pulling up, he went to challenge Hutchins and then decided, maybe I shouldn't challenge Hutchins.
No, I wouldn't either. That's a good call right there.
Elijah Brown-Young, we did not see any of him in our last time seeing East Lyme, when they played East Lyme, is in the ball game, replacing Alborn. Pacetto picks Woodruff's pocket, has numbers, finds Sutman underneath. He's stripped by Brown-Young, and Ledyard comes the other way. Turner pull-up 3. Back iron no good, and Waterford will have the ball. That's a missed opportunity, 3-on-1. Sutman got to handle that ball.
Yeah, and again, a couple times down by Ledyard, trying to dribble through the pressure. Jack Woodruff's got to pick up and pass the ball. He can't dribble through Mikey Pacetto.
Pacetto goes around, pulls up, 10-footer is good. That's a much more under control Mikey Pacetto than we saw in our past 2 games.
Yeah, not a forced look that time. Turned the corner, came off the curl, hit the jump shot.
Turner with an opportunity, missed the layup, out of bounds. It will be Ledyard basketball. We saw Pacetto try to split every double team that he could. That time he went around the double team, found open space, and knocked it down. And we're going to see some more substitutions. On the other end, Woodruff clearly struggling with Pacetto, and we see Reyes Suarez into the game, another ball handler for the Colonels.
Yeah, keep the ball moving. Pass the basketball. Spread around the offense.
Rickerson and Rahman. Rickerson throws a left-hander up. Rahman, good defense. He grabs the rebound. This is probably the best defensive team Waterford has on the floor right now. Rahman drives, pulls up. Wild shot, no good. Mazzella and Hutchins tied up, and the possession arrow will favor Waterford.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. Rahman and Rickerson, a very good matchup. 2 kids with similar skill sets, Casey. Athletic, big, strong, can shoot the basketball, get to the hole. Turner comes in for Rickerson. We'll keep an eye on that matchup, that little 5-on-4 matchup as the game rolls along.
In the corner, Pacetto, 3-pointer, unmolested, got it. Mikey hasn't hit the rim on his first 2 shots.
Extra pass in the corner by Rahman. Pacetto comes off the stagger screen on the baseline and knocks it down. Looks a lot smoother. He's not forcing things tonight like he was a couple nights ago against the Whalers.
Woodruff picks up the dribble up top.
Again,
Alborn standing at the high post, not doing much of anything right now. I don't know what Ledyard wants him to do, but that's nothing going on. Straight ahead 3, Woodruff buries it.
That's an added luxury for Dave Cornish right there. He's got 5 points that quickly. And again, a lot of standing around for the Ledyard offense the first couple of trips, Casey. You get Jack Woodruff to knock down a three-point shot. That is a double bonus.
Oh, nice look from Basetto to Sutman for the layup. Great pick and roll there by the Lancers.
The ready hands, the slip in the delivery by Walker Sutman. Again, you see Rahman pushing Eddie Suarez out, extending. It's almost a 5-second call right there.
Inside it goes. Mazzella overplayed Hutchins. Now they got him trapped in the corner. Mazzella ties him up again. And it's going to be a possession arrow Ledyard, but a nice job by Mazzella tying up Hutchins. And just like teams have gotten very physical with Mikey Basetto trying to frustrate him, the book on Hutchins is to get physical and try to frustrate him as well.
Yeah, get in his grill, push him around a little bit. And if you're a point guard trying to make that entry pass, Casey, put it in a position where he could catch, turn, and face and score.
Woodruff will inbound for Ledyard underneath his basket. Waterford drops into his zone. Way up top, and Rickerson will reset it for the Colonels. Again with Rahman on him. Slides. Woodruff drops it into Hutchins. Has good position. Spins. Running right-hander, no good, but we're going to get a foul. Much better position that time.
Yeah, I like the post position that time by Hutch. You know, he's got the big wingspan. Calls for the ball, the drop step, the turn. The little dipsy-do with the right hand, but he's going to get himself to the free throw line. And again, creating space, getting position on the block, important, and then feeding the machine once he gets that spot.
Now, one of the things that we have seen all year long is foul trouble on the half of the Waterford Lancers.
Yeah.
And there's the second one on Max Mazzella. He's doing great work down low, but now he's out of the game with 2 fouls. But I'm going to say something that, you know, not to be offensive to Max Mazzella, but you're on the floor to do exactly that. Pick up those fouls.
Right.
Because I'm going to go to Trevor Yeomans and Peyton Sutman and everyone I have to. There's Pinch in the corner with his first 3 as he's into the game. Yeah. But Rahman with a long rebound.
If Mazzella doesn't take all 5 fouls to the locker room and to the shower after the game, he's not done his job. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, Waterford can rotate plenty of other guys in there to bang with Hutchins. Mazzella's in there to be physical. Rahman got in some trouble. Pinch loses the ball. Basetto knocks it down, and Waterford recovers.
See long arms there by Alborn, creating the deflection in the passing lane. A lot of length out there right now for the Lancers. I'm sorry, for the Colonels.
Oh, what a great look from Basetto to Sutman after he shook and kind of broke the ankles of Woodruff. Mikey is definitely playing under more control, and the Lancers are reaping the early benefits.
And a no dribble by Sutman that time. The slip, the catch, the delivery.
Rickerson with a 3 for the answer.
I like him out there. Devin Rickerson, rise up. Give me 3, young man.
Basetto with an answer of his own, in and out, but Sutman with the strong rebound, and he loses it, and Ledyard comes out of the pack. Here's Turner on the smaller Pinch. Pinch picked him, and we're going to get a foul underneath as Rickerson was Johnny on the spot, but Eric Pinch got his hand on the ball, and instead, we're going to get a foul, looks like on Sutman. Or no, Rahman, they're going to call it on him, and that's his first.
And Rickerson around for the ball hawking, around for the scraps. Off the Kenny Turner drive. So, you know, Rickerson involved early in this ball game on the offensive end for Coach Dave Cornish.
They'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Lot of size out there right now as Julio Neves is getting ready to check in. Good to see Julio going to be back on the basketball court. He's that's where he belongs.
Yeah, there's nothing more heartwarming as he comes into the ball game. There's just nothing more encouraging. This kid has undergone a lot of struggle with injuries. To see him back on the basketball court, no one has worked harder to get back, and I know you know that firsthand.
Yeah, I had a chance to speak to him before the game. He played on Tuesday night. He said, Coach, I'm a little rusty. He said, but I'm going to give it a go tonight, and I'm going to bring the toughness and the energy. And I said, Julio, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Ledyard now 2-point lead. Basetto in the corner. Rahman foregoes the 3, drives to the basket. Stripped away, and Ledyard will push.
Got numbers.
Rickerson just pulls up over the smaller Pinch. Great position by Spellman. And we're going to get a quick foul. Julio's in the game for 30 seconds. He gets a foul call.
That's all right, and that's it. He's going to out there do some banging and clanging. Got your lunch pail, son.
That was great position by Spellman. He's, doesn't have the size weight-wise. I mean, Nieves is a big guy, but he did a great job.
He can get up and he can secure the basketball. There's Stanley Green out there now, the fastest Ledyard Colonel, and Mikey blows right by him.
Basetto draws the foul as he gets to the basket.
Going to see some different people out there now matching up with Bisetto, rotating different people all night long. Keep Jack Woodruff fresh, keep Rickerson fresh. Bring Stanley Green in. You know, he's got some legs. You know, pick six Stanley Green. That's my man out there. You know, and just kind of, you know, wear out Mikey a little bit with different bodies.
I talked to Mikey before the game, and I asked him, I said, as how teams are playing you a surprise? And he said, I wasn't surprised by the attention, but I have been surprised with how physical teams have been playing me. And he's got the Band-Aid on his face to prove it.
Sure.
They have been physical with him. But he says, you know, if I want to be a great player, I got to expect the attention. And teams are giving him that attention. And he saw it in New London as about 5 different guys had him at any one point. Dave Cornish is going to call the first time out of the ball game. And that's a good time to let you know about Game Day, being brought to you by the award-winning Submarine Car Wash and Detail Center located on Route 12 in Groton. They are your local experts in auto detailing. A variety of car wash coupons are available on theday.com. You can print and stop in today. Game Day is also brought to you by Family First Life. Are you a current or former athlete looking to earn over $100,000 a year? Well, if the answer is yes, contact Family First Life at 860-317-1324.
You got your heavy hitter drink in front of you. You're ready to roll. You're a heavy hitter. You know that?
Heavy, for sure.
Yeah, heavy.
I got a half right.
Yeah, well, listen, these two teams throwing punches. Speaking of heavy hitters, 13-13 Casey here with 1:19 left to go. And I think a bit of a feeling out process, especially for Ledyard, trying some different bodies on Mikey and trying some different lineups. Obviously, Trevor Hutchins on the bench right now, so Ledyard's best scoring option would either be Rickerson and or Kenny Turner.
Rickerson has it. Nieves wants the ball. Rickerson drives, left hand. Got molested there by Spellman. Green comes out of the pack, the smallest guy on the floor.
Tough kid, though. He's a tough, physical kid. Hand-carved, Stanley Green.
Oh, Bisetto, shake, bake, got it. Mikey, I like it.
That's a basketball player making a basketball move on a football player on the court. Jeez.
Woodruff comes back with the left hand, no good. Strong rebound, Rahman. He's got Woodruff on his hip. One-on-one with Nieves, goes strong, and he's hammered.
Welcome to the game, Omar Rahman.
He says that's how they do it in the playgrounds in the Bronx. I like it.
Julio's a little rusty. He's out there, but he's full of fire and energy, that's for sure. Dave Cruz, Dave Cruz having an award with him. Julio said this, and you know, it's how we do it in Ledyard. No harm intended on that foul. And Omar Rahman, he's one of those kids, Casey. He will stick his nose in and try and get to the rim.
Now, if you're Coach Dave Cornish, you were at the East Lyme, the new Waterford East Lyme game.
Yeah.
You saw them frustrate Mikey. You were at the New London game. You saw them frustrate Mikey. The last time you saw him, he dropped 48 points on you, and he's playing tonight like the best basketball he's played in 2 weeks. Are you saying, Mikey, why do you come at us like that? Or you maybe going, maybe what is it about us that lets Mikey come at us like that?
I think there's something personal about this game with these two teams. Obviously, Ledyard beat Waterford last year for the championship in the ECC.
Look at Woodruff battle on the floor with Bisetto, tie him up. Rickerson shot a 3 from the far wing. I don't think Coach Cornish liked the shot, but Woodruff scrapping for the loose ball. Those are the 50-50 balls that coaches love to see.
I think it's a quick shot with only 20 seconds left to go in the half. I think Dave is a little upset that he didn't work the clock and maybe try to get the ball down low to Hutch.
Bisetto drives, finds Sutman underneath. Reverse layup is good. 3 times Bisetto has found a cutting Sutman.
And Sutman's played well. He's been Johnny on the spot. Good hands, ready to roll.
Bisetto jumped. Now pinch with a pick. One chance. End of the quarter. Just shy. We are at the end of a very exciting quarter. 17-15 Waterford. Come back on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on Day.com.
The Storyline Podcast. Conversations with journalists about the communities they cover and the stories they report.
A few years ago, if I had been watching a made-for-TV movie about some future president and it reached the point in the movie where he tweets out a video of his former wrestling days beating someone up, I'd probably say that's probably where I flipped it off and say this thing is totally unrealistic.
Find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Game Day is brought to you by the award-winning Submarine Car Wash and Detail Center. Located on Route 12 in Groton, they're your local experts in auto detailing. A variety of car wash coupons are available on theday.com. Print and stop in today. Also, Family First Life. Family First Life can meet all your life insurance needs. Contact them for a free quote at 860-317-1324.
Yeah, look at Lancer Nation over there, Casey. You know, in styles-determined fights, then Mikey Bisetto likes this kind of tussle with these Ledyard guards. You know, he seems to be having his way out there. He's got room to operate on the offensive end. He's making plays on the defensive end. And the one thing, he's not pressing right now. He's just playing in basketball. I had a chance to speak to him before the game. I said, Mike, just play basketball. Just enjoy yourself.
Oh, the one thing that Ledyard does not have, and I'll talk about it after this possession, as Turner drives to the basket. Right-hander no good. There's Spellman with another rebound. Ledyard does not have a physical guard.
No.
Bisetto up ahead, pinch, corner. Rahman drives to the basket. Spellman loses it, and we're going to have a reset for Waterford.
Almost a walk that time by Rahman.
Spellman pull up three, right in the face of Turner.
Got the green light out there, young man does. Pulled the trigger and knocked it down. Now, they don't have a physical guard. The most physical player probably would be, you know, Rickerson on the wing, and even him, he's a little bit of a tweener out there.
We saw East Lyme try to bully Mike a little bit. They got physical. We saw New London just run 7 different guys at him. They tried to play physical. Ledyard's a big team, but the guards are not physical.
Right.
Woodruff's not a physical guard. Suarez can't stay with him. Green can stay with him, but he's not physical. And I think you can see the confidence in Bisetto, knowing that he's not going to get bullied by the guards. He is in his comfort zone.
He doesn't feel threatened out there one bit.
That's right. 3-guard lineup right now for the Colonels with Suarez, Green, and Rickerson.
Yeah, plus Dave Cornish is trying to figure out ways to get his stud a touchdown on the block. I mean, Trevor Hutchins hasn't touched the ball in an awful long time in a position to score. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes.
Rickerson forces at that time as Mazzella's back in the game, D'ing up Hutchins.
And that's okay. I'm going to keep forcing the ball into him. Max Mazzella has 2 fouls already. Just keep trying to pump the ball into number 21 and let him make a play.
Rickerson now in the corner again, drops it into Hutchins. Bully, 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 step reverse. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, nice job that time by Hutch, using the rim to shield off the defender, and just keep going at Max Mazzella. Keep working, working, working. You're going to get rewarded.
Bisetto off the ball now. They run double screen. Pinch instead goes to Rahman. He pulls up for 3. Off the mark, no good. Omar Rahman struggling here in the shot in the early game. Rickerson tries to drop it in, and we're going to get the 3rd foul on Max Mazzella as he's just working, but Trevor Hutchins is a beast.
Yeah, I mean, when Trevor Hutchins plants down and gets position in the paint or on the block, it's what do you have to do? You can't go around him because he's so long. You can't go over the top of him because he's so tall. You almost got to go through him as a defender, and that time that's what Max Mazzella did. He's on the bench now with 3 fouls.
Rickerson drives with the left hand. Wild shot, no good, and then something into the game. Strong rebound.
And then the frustration,
foul right there.
Yeah, Casey, I'm sorry. A lot of frustration that time. Rickerson had no idea what he wanted to do midair. Pass the ball, shoot it, kind of threw it up for grabs, and then he got the nickel dimer, the cheapie, on the reach in.
Yeah, it's a frustration foul. Trevor Yeomans checks in, another long body for Waterford.
How many times have you heard me say, during this year, if you're going to go to the basket, you have to commit. Go to the rim.
Yeomans swings, corner, pinch. Pinch drives, pulls up from 10 feet. No good. Nice rebound by Alborn. Yeah, if you're going to go all the way. Bisetto entered there's the quarterback.
Yeah.
Bisetto said, hey, Stanley Green, is that how it's done? Green would have picked it off and gone the other way.
Yeah,
though,
Green,
right?
yeah. Xavier Whitmore and Eddie Suarez out there running the guard spots for the Colonels. And again, their strength right now is going to be, Rickerson and Turner. I'm sorry, Rickerson and Hutchins.
Rickerson drops it in. Nice move. Hutchins with the left hand, but good defense by Sutton. Alborn, though, steals it from the backside, and Ledyard has another opportunity. They dump it into Alborn, and we're going to get a bump on Walker Sutton.
Yeah, good pass. I see a little bit of waffling out there by Rickerson on the perimeter. Listen, either get to the basket or dump the ball off to the bigs. The bigs for Ledyard, Casey, have no problem getting position versus the Waterford front line. They just got to find a way to finish.
Coach Cornish has clearly given the message, get the ball inside. Get the ball inside. There's a nice job. Suarez in the lane. A little bit out of control. Out of the pack. Pinch. Nice pass with the hand to Bisetto all the way to the basket. And we're going to get a foul on the floor on Suarez. What a smart play by Eric Pinch, though. Rather than catching and passing, he just batted the ball volleyball style to Bisetto.
Yeah, Bisetto racing ahead, leaking out, gets himself to the line. Yeah, I like the way Mikey's approached this first half in this ballgame. Played very well. Got a handful of assists. The slip and roll to Walker Sutman, finding Liam Spellman, and then he's got himself in the scoring column, too.
The Colonel Crew thinking it over. I like how he shoots foul shots. He gets the ball and shoots it. There's no pretense to what he does.
The Mark Wahlberg approach.
He catches it, dribbles once, twice, 3 times, and gone, and released.
They don't mess around. That's a sports doctor approach to golf. There you go.
Biggest lead of the game, 5 points. That's just like when you hit it in the woods. You go, we'll just leave it there and move on to the next hole.
Yeah.
Inside, Rickerson loses the handle out of bounds. We're going to get Spellman back into the ball game and Turner back into the ball game as Whitmore comes out of the game and Rahman's going to get a seat. Waterford right now, though, up 5 with the basketball, in the best position they have been all game, kind of figuring it out a little bit.
Yeah, playing good team basketball, too. Everybody's in the mix, whether it's Sutman, Bisetto, Pinch. Now Liam Spellman's been involved. It's not just a one-man show here tonight.
Bisetto kicks out. Now Pinch, Yeomans, and then Waterford taking time. Good patience here.
See ball movement, too. The ball is moving. There's not 4 guys standing around watching one guy play basketball.
Bisetto got tied up that time, and there's the first time where it looked like he tried to do a little bit too much. He tried to split, jump stop, find a cutter.
Yep. Calling for a foul, saying he hit me in the hand, and the whole 9 yards.
Now Bisetto on the much bigger Rickerson. Rickerson spins. Right-hander, no good. Hutchins, though, works for the rebound, and he just bullies over the top of Yeomans, and Waterford comes out with the basketball. Bisetto, zip past Sutman to cutting Yeomans. That is beautiful basketball.
Yeah, the little finish by Yeomans. Walker Sutman, he's going to be pitching on the mound next year for the Lancers baseball team. How about a little feed that time from number 34?
Well, he threw a strike to Yeomans. Pinch hounding Woodruff. Bisetto is the recipient of the pinch defense. Finds Sutman on the cut. Reverse layup is good. And a timeout Ledyard as Waterford has jumped out to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to say 2 things right now. First of all, the Lancer Nation is fired up. First of all, too much dribbling by Jack Woodruff. He's allowing himself to get eaten up by the Ledyard guards. They got to start moving the ball better on offense. Jack Woodruff is dribbling into the pressure. Spread the floor out. Listen, use your big men. Use Kenny Turner on the wing. Use Rickerson on the ring. But don't take so long to get involved in your offense. He's almost waiting for the Sharks to come feed.
I think it was also, in the last 2 losses from Waterford, we looked a lot at what they weren't doing well.
Right.
We saw both New London and East Lyme bigs dominate the Waterford bigs, and we started to think, well, my gosh, what's Ledyard with their bigs going to do? What we forgot about is that the Waterford guards are very talented, and the Waterford bigs can run the floor. And in this matchup with Ledyard, the bigs for Ledyard aren't getting the touches, and the guards for Waterford are dominating the game, particularly Mikey Bisetto. So, the same Waterford team that we saw, a few nights ago just get beat up and bullied by New London. This is a whole different matchup for them tonight.
Yeah, this is the, Mike DeMauro to my right. This is the Waterford team that we saw up at that Xavier tournament. Playing, very much under control, but playing their game, running up and down the court and playing together.
Woodruff all the way to the basket, can't finish. Tip by Rickerson. Turner controls underneath, and hands by Yeomans as he got it on the hands, and Hutchins couldn't get to the basket. Instead, bounces it on the out-of-bounds line.
It's frustrated right now. Trevor Hutchins is frustrated because when he gets a touch, he's drawing a host of Lancer defenders.
Oh, Pinch with a little shake and bake. Nice job by Yeomans, but he's on the out-of-bounds line. It's going to be Ledyard ball. Right now, the Waterford passing is much crisper right now. They're moving the ball around.
Oh, yeah.
When they try to do that, when Mikey and Rahman and those guys are trying to split, right now they're passing the basketball effectively.
Finding the right combinations for Dave Cornish is going to be important in this ballgame. I don't like all this dribbling by Jack.
Rickerson and Spellman. I love this matchup. 2 athletic, long lefties. Rickerson, floater, short.
Again,
on the floor.
Devon's got to take it to the rim. Get to the rim. If you're going to shoot a little floater like that, then pull up and knock down an 8-foot jump shot. You're either going to go or you're not going to go.
Yeah, the floater is meant when you're going to the basket and the big challenges you.
Yeah.
You got to get over the top, right? If no one's challenging you, why are you throwing the floater? Go all the way to the basket or shoot the jump shot.
He can rise up over his defender. He doesn't have to shoot the floater. Good point. 1-and-1 here from Liam Spellman. And Rickerson picked up his second foul there, too. So we'll see what Dave Cornish does.
Biggest lead of the game right now is 10 as Spellman knocked the first one down. Spellman right now playing his best game in the last week or so, really doing a little bit of everything, that jack of all trades that we talked about.
That sheet stuffer. How's that?
I like
8-0 run here by the Lancers, have them up by 11, I'm sorry.
Turner on the wing, swings it to other side of the court now. Woodruff.
Slow developing offense here for the Colonels. Not a lot of movement off the ball. Guys standing around.
Straight man by Waterford, very effective thus far. Rickerson, three-pointer, no good. And another great rebound by Spellman. Alborn draws the foul on his back, and Spellman will go to the line.
Well, again here, what you're seeing now is Waterford has made a commitment to pack it in. They are packing it in. Ledyard's trying to pass the ball around the perimeter. Nobody's moving off the basketball. This is playing right into the Lancers' hands. If I was Ledyard, I would become more aggressive and attack the rim.
Well, you got it. You're right. You got it. But it's hard to attack the rim against a defense that's sagging back on you as well. I think you nailed the one thing as Spellman gets the friendly roll. One thing that Ledyard, they were focusing on getting the ball inside. Waterford packed it in, and then they became content shooting the basketball.
No.
How about running some screens for guys trying to get into the paint, shoot the ball a little bit closer to the basket? Second one good as Spellman used every part of the rim possible on both of those attempts.
Friendly rim, shooter's touch.
You hear at the X?
Yeah.
Hutchins with a beautiful move baseline for the reverse layup.
Yeah, Trevor Hutchins, I mean, he can do work and he can score down low. Ledyard needs more of that.
Pinch to the basket, finds Spellman. Baseline jump shot, no good. Weak side rebound by Alborn, and Ledyard will push up ahead. Woodruff leads Turner. Layup is good. What a beautiful pass.
And
Woodruff
again,
to Turner.
Yeah, and again, Kenny Turner beating it, and Liam Spellman says right back at you. Dave Cornish not happy with that, but I like the up-tempo style by the Colonels off the miss in the last time out.
Problem with that is every time they do that, Waterford beats them down the court the other way, and they give up a transition basket. Turner with Spellman on him, pinch on Woodruff. Great matchups right now on the floor as all these guys are very evenly matched. Turner wants to dump it inside, drives on Spellman, kicks out. Woodruff, three-pointer from the elbow is good.
It's his second three-pointer of the night. Big-time shot by number 3. 4-3.
Gets it back to an 8-point deficit. Pacetto wants the ball, gets it, pulls up straight away. No good, but Spellman with a long rebound. He pulls up, can't knock it down. A nice rebound by Turner. Whitmore with a three from the corner, no good. Spellman comes out of the pack. And Waterford will push with 1.5 left. In the corner, pinch, wide open, three ball, no good. Turner, he loses it on the floor to Yeomans. Spellman finds Pacetto, and his pass was a little lazy, picked off by Hutchins.
Yeah, lazy. A good term to put it.
Not a crisp bounce pass, more of a little floating bounce pass, and Hutchins stepped into it. Turner will pull up. No good. There's Yeomans. Ahead to Pacetto. One-on-one with Woodruff behind the back. Razzle-dazzle with the left. Oh, Mikey doing it all.
Send it in, Mikey. Very comfortable on the basketball tonight. On the basketball court tonight is Mikey Pacetto.
Whitmore now dumps it inside. Hutchins. And he's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. Trevor Hutchins, though, he gets the ball on the block, and you know he's going to get a shot off, and he's going to go and shoot two. That foul is going to be on Yeomans. That's his first. 6th team foul on Waterford, and Trevor Hutchins will shoot two as we get to the final seconds of the first half.
Trevor Hutchins at the line for the Colonels.
One more for the big man for the Colonels. Knocks them both down. Waterford will probably be content with the final shot of the half as they have an 8-point lead. cut down from its biggest lead a moment ago. No rush for the Lancers. Inside, Sutman finds Yeomans, blocked by Hutchins. But Waterford recovers. Pinch, under 10 seconds now. Drives, Yeomans baseline, up top, Spellman, wide open three, no good. Hutchins with the rebound, and that's going to get us to the end of the first half. And Waterford with an 8-point lead, 34-26, but an opportunity missed by the Lancers at the end of the first half. The Sports Doctor will grab Waterford coach Bill Bassett. Sports Doctor.
Well, Coach, 8-point lead heading into the locker room. What worked for you guys in the first half?
My guys brought some energy tonight. They've kind of lacked the past couple nights. We talked about it before the game, executing our game plan, make sure we're really rebounding and boxing out the best we can.
How did you guys manage to neutralize Ledyard's front court so well in the first half?
I put a challenge on my guys. I said they're extremely talented. You guys need to bring the best game you have, and right now they're doing that.
What's the message at halftime to the team?
You keep executing the way we can execute, and we should be okay.
Good luck in the second half,
Thank you.
Coach. All right. Casey, a different Waterford team than we saw last week against London tonight.
Yeah, confident, and that confidence has led to an 8-point lead as we go for the gold tonight here at Waterford. Come on back for halftime and the second half. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's hard because, instead of just knowing one position, you kind of have to know everything. If your team isn't necessarily doing well or someone isn't in the right spot, then it's not only on them, but it's on you as well, because you're supposed to be the leader of the team and you're supposed to know where everyone is. You just can't really let the pressure get to you.
Jack is our best ball handler on the team. There's no doubt about that. There was a point in the game last night, he wanted to run a play. He was one-on-one with the guy, and I told him, you couldn't go by him. I didn't think I could go by him. Jack, you're the best ball handler on our team. You can go by him left or right, doesn't matter. So he's got to have confidence. That's all it is with Jack, is a confidence thing.
I just hope to distribute to others, get a little scoring in there as well, but just mostly get it to our big guys. We just need to get it down to them more, keep feeding them, because Trev's one of the most dominant bigs in the ECC. If we can do that, then I bet we can win a lot of games.
I've been always a believer in if you have good guards, you'll have a good team. And right now, if our guards can get the ball to our bigs, I don't think we'd be 3-2 right now.
I think we have a very talented team. So if we just continue to do what we got to do and learn how to handle pressure, then we should be fine. Not many people are expecting us right now, but if we just work hard in practice and fix the things that are needed to be fixed, then I guarantee that we can get back to where we were.
Two about officiating. Sports Doctor, who you got?
Well, he's a Ledyard High School graduate. He's an NBA ref, and he's back home. He's back home in the ECC. Josh Tiven. Josh, you had a chance of 10 years ago. One of your last high school games was reffing an ECC championship down in London High School.
Yeah.
And now you're big time. Now you're in the NBA.
Yeah, but you know what? I come back to these games, I still want to be reffing out here too. It's not the NBA obviously, but great atmosphere. I come in, I feel nostalgic when I walk back into the gym, so it's great to be here. It's fun.
Now, you talk to a lot of the guys, Jigsy out there, Dave Cruz. Yep. You follow some of these guys.
Sure.
The challenges that they have as far as refereeing a high school game.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's still going to be managing the players and the coaches. I think amazingly at the high school level, and I've said this before, some of the toughest coaches to deal with are high school coaches. They're so because they're not getting paid millions of dollars, so they're really here doing it because they love the game and it's just something that they're so passionate about. So it's not about money, it's not about a livelihood. So it almost makes them more insane once in a while. So I think that's the biggest challenge, and then also honestly just consistency every night, trying to be consistent and give the players a fair game.
And Josh, a little bit about your journey. How does one go from doing a game in the ECC final to reffing in the NBA in the big stage?
There's so much luck involved in that. There's obviously you got to be pretty decent referee, but there's a lot of luck involved, you know. So, just a lot of hard work, a lot of drives down to New York where I could find the best pro basketball that I could find, and then the right people who work for the NBA saw me down there, and it snowballed, you know.
Do you have to love it? I mean, do you have to love it? First of all, you have to love it on any level, whether you're doing a junior high game, a rec game, a high school game, college game.
Yes.
I would assume a love and a passion for your craft catapults you along the way as well.
Big time, absolutely. I've told a lot of people that, you know, referees are one of the few people, sects of people that will drive 5 hours one way to get a $100 bill from under a rock somewhere out there. If you told anyone, drive 5 hours one way, 10 hours round trip for $100, most people would say, like, absolutely not. We've done that. We'll drive to like Maine for a college game that only paid $100 back then, and do it just because we didn't even want to get paid. We didn't even care. It was just the love of getting the experience and refereeing a college basketball game or a high school basketball game. That's all it is.
Now the excitement of working in the NBA, the traveling. We were talking a little bit beforehand. You're going to be in Detroit. You're going to be in Toronto. You're going to be in Atlanta. I mean, is that part of the job that you love, or is that a bit of a grind?
I love every part of the job except being away from my family.
Okay.
You know, being able to kind of see the country and travel and meet a lot of new people and be in different cities every other night, yeah, it's a grind, no doubt about it. But to me, it's also a pro of the job. It's a positive. I mean, I get to, in February, you know, go to California. When it's freezing here, I get to be in LA for a couple of days. So I don't mind it at all.
Any critiquing or any kind of words of confidence for the crew tonight?
You know what? They've been doing great. Stay mechanically sound. I tell them before the game, just love your first call. If you love your first call every night, you're off to a good start.
Well, I'll tell you what else Josh Tiven loves to do. He loves to play golf, Casey. And I've been on the links with this guy before. You think you're a big hitter. This guy can sling it, too. You get a chance to play golf on the road, Josh?
If I see Phoenix on my schedule, there's a chance. And that's because I have a good friend there who's got a nice set of clubs for me, who's a great player. So, and I just was there a couple weeks ago. I got a round in, so.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, Josh, continued success in the NBA. We love having you back in Southeastern Connecticut.
Thanks.
Casey, listen, you got to improve your game to keep up with it and hit it.
Absolutely right, Sports Doctor. An outstanding official and a good golfer, too. And he has been happy with what he's seen from the officiating crew. We're at halftime at Waterford High School, and the Lancers have an 8-point lead. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Liam Spellman is a kid who will fill up the stat line across the way.
Give me that!
And he will literally do anything.
Liam just has like a really good basketball IQ. And he's always making good cuts and good basketball plays. He hustles a lot. He's just a really good basketball player.
Any way my team can win, I'll do anything. So like diving on loose balls, getting that box out that no one will do, but I'll just help out the team in any way possible.
I need him to lock up another player on another team, he'll do it. I need him to, play the high on a special zone, he'll do it. I need him to set screens. I need you to get this, I'll do it. Liam, I need you to work on this, he'll do it. And it's always, yes, coach, whatever you need, coach. That's what he does.
My dad always helped me out. When he was coaching East Lyme, I'd always go to practices, and he would kind of like let me get into some of the drills and stuff, and always teach me at that young age how to be that right basketball player and how to just do all the little things that I do now. I try to pride myself on being like the hardest worker on the court, and he's kind of taught me that, and he's just been a huge influence on my basketball ability and my character.
The other thing he brings is immense leadership, and the guys around him look to him to do different things. He's always doing the right thing, always in the right place at the right time, and that's what he brings, is that leadership and those absolute intangibles.
Well, it's a good thing to play with Mikey. He just always knows where I'm going to be. I feel like we have like the same mind, because I'm always cutting, and I feel like he's a great passer. So once I see this open area, I know he's going to find me, and I'll just get that easy bucket.
I told him, I said, you've been playing with Mikey for 3 years. One day he's not going to be here, so how is that going to translate? And he knows. He's in the back of his head. How is he going to help lead a team? Is he going to pour in 50 points a game next year as a senior? I don't know, but I know he'll be there to be the leader of the team when that time comes.
Game Day is brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life is a team environment, hiring many current and former athletes because they understand competitiveness and teamwork. If you're looking for part-time or full-time work, apply online at familyfirstlife.com. Sports Doctor, here's why I love high school basketball.
Yeah.
Ledyard beats them easy. We see Ledyard against East Lyme, and we think, oh my gosh, Ledyard's really good. They're the best team in the ECC. Then we see Waterford against East Lyme, and East Lyme grinds out a victory, and we're like, ooh, East Lyme's they played better tonight.
Yeah.
Then Waterford loses to New London, and we go, oh my gosh, they're in trouble. They may not win a game ever again.
Yeah, and the London should be state champs again. Yeah, it's wow.
And now Waterford rolls in, and they play like this, and it reminds you about the team that was undefeated and ranked 8th in the state and all that. That's why I love high school basketball.
Yeah, I think it's getting back to what made them successful in the first 8 or 9 games of the season, Casey. I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, what worked? What worked? How were we able to ride the momentum? Well, we got some space on the court. We played together as a team. We see a lot of – listen, Waterford, the whole team, not just Mikey Bassetto, passing the ball very effectively tonight. Yeah, sharing is caring.
I also think it's because East Lyme and New London are both excellent teams that can take Waterford out of that, and this Ledyard team cannot. So
the guards can't, no.
Right. So Waterford can do things against Ledyard they could not do against New London or against East Lyme. Bassetto has Whitmore on him, drives to the basket, and there's an example of what did go wrong in the previous losses for Waterford. A little bit too much going on there for Waterford.
Yeah, a bit of a forced possession that time by Mikey Bassetto and the Lancers.
Woodruff and Whitmore. Dump inside, Hutchins spins right around Sutman. Nice weak side help by Spellman, but we're going to get a foul. I think that's one's going to go on Sutman. Let's see. Nope, they're going to call that one on Spellman.
Yeah, listen, Trevor Hutchins comes down and gets himself a spot on the block, sits down, good low post position, and feed him the ball and get out of the way. That was the offensive set coming out of the locker room.
2 for the big man. Misses the first one now. Interesting lineup here to start the second half. Whitmore not in the starting lineup, and Nieves not in the starting lineup. So size there with Nieves and the quickness of Whitmore.
Whitmore is Rickerson.
That's right. That ball is going to be out of bounds off of Waterford. It's going to be Ledyard basketball, and Julio Nieves is fired up.
Yeah, he is. Boy, he brings that level of intensity and toughness to the team.
So no Rickerson and no Alborn right now. In the corner, Whitmore fakes a 3, pulls in, got it blocked by Rahman, and that ball is on the floor, and we're going to get a tie-up or we're going to get a foul. We're going to get a travel on Nieves. They're going to say he had possession while lying on the ground.
Yeah, Whitmore's got to shoot that ball. Catch and shoot situation at time for the Ledyard guard. Just let it fly. And again, the indecisiveness sometimes of the Ledyard guards tonight, also on the offensive end, Casey, hurting them so far.
Rahman, nice D by Woodruff. Up top, Sutman in the corner. Spellman, and can't do that. That shuffle step. So many kids these days trying to get that running start to the basket.
Yeah, anxious that time. Liam Spellman saw the baseline wide open. I dribble the ball, son.
It's a little sloppy
here.
Gotta
dribble it.
You
gotta dribble it.
You
see that tomorrow, right?
Josh Tivins says you don't have to.
You'll see a lot of non-dribbling tomorrow, Casey O'Neill.
Absolutely. 4 steps. Whitmore, wide open 3, short. Weak side rebound, nice by Hutchins. Goes up strong, can't finish. And out of the pack, Mazzella comes out. Now Bassetto will push. Spins, wild shot. Oh, Mikey the Magician.
Jack Woodruff looking for the charge there. Dave Cornish, irate, over on his side, saying, where's my call? Wow.
Woodruff spins now off of Rahman.
Gotta watch for a 5-second call, and just like that. You gotta get rid of the basketball. Dave's hot right now, too. He's hot at the officiating, he's hot at his guards, he's hot at everything.
He's barking at Dave Cruz. Bassetto, stutter step, pulls up 15 feet, that's off the side of the rim. But Mazzella with a hustle play, and it'll stay Waterford ball.
That's a good move by Mikey Bassetto. He faked me out on that one, too.
You can't watch him live. No. He breaks your retinas instead of your ankles. Gets the ball back, behind the back. He's feeling it right now for sure. Rahman, he wants to go to the basket, but mismatch with Nieves. Boy, could that be a collision, Rahman and Nieves. To the basket, there he goes. There's the collision, but oh, the toilet bowl, the left hand.
The send-in, a little George Gervin finger roll that time by Omar Rahman. That should have been a backcourt there. Jigsy missed one.
Want to get it inside. Whitmore put his dribble up. Now Turner goes baseline. He's short. We're going to get a block on the baseline.
That'd be on Mazzella. That would pick up, what, his fourth? But, you watch Kenny Turner that time. Almost made a half commitment to get to the rim. If you're going to go, you're going to go. Yeah, fourth personal foul on Max Mazzella. Again, he will not be hitting the shower with any fouls to spare tonight.
At this point, I'd almost say leave him in the game.
Yeah.
Leave him in the game. When you get your fifth, play the rest of the way without him. But yeah. I think he breaks up the continuity to take him out of the game for this. He's going to be gone until when you put him back in,
Three-sport athlete, Kenny Turner. Soccer, basketball, and, of course, baseball is #1 sport.
Four-sport athlete, if you consider that he was a football player.
Yeah.
Before he became a goalie to hang out with his friend Hutch.
He could be a guy that has 12 varsity letters?
Oh, he'll have 12. Hard to believe that you look at Turner and Hutchins. One's a forward and the other's a goalie. Oh, Spellman got a piece of that with the block.
What a quick step to the ball by Liam Spellman. Get it out of here.
They're going to put Pinch on the point. Run Basetto off the double screen. Rahman now, he's going to want to drive. He does. He drives. And we're going to get the offensive foul. He's good for 2 a game. Offensive foul on Omar Rahman. Out of control going to the basket.
You just got to kind of stay home. Let him come to you. Stay home. Hold your ground. Whether he's going to dish the ball or take it to the rim, he's going to go hard to the basket. Just stay at home and let him come in. If he pulls up Casey from 12 feet and knocks one down, so be it.
Hutchins way up on the high post. Finds a cutting Nieves. Nieves just inside the elbow. No good, and a strong rebound by Rahman comes out. Basetto wants to run.
Whitmore over there, senior guard, trying to harass Mikey.
Straightaway 3 is no good. And a nice rebound by Hutchins.
That's where I want Omar Rahman shooting the basketball, though. Not getting to the rim. Let him shoot from out there.
Hutchins spins off of Rahman. Double clutch, no good. Out of the pack now, though. Rahman comes away with Waterford. They got numbers, 2-on-1. He's got Pinch. And he's going to get a blocking foul, which might be a gift. And he crushed Woodruff.
Boy, I don't know about that call right there. Looked like Jack Woodruff had position, stayed at home. A little 50-50 call there. Jigsy likes his call, though. He's going to stand by it. And again, the one thing with Jack Woodruff is he kind of shielded himself to absorb the blow. That doesn't mean he's not in position.
That's right.
If he's there, he's there.
Listen, if I see Omar Rahman coming full speed at me, I'm wrapping myself in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Underneath, Pinch will inbound.
Bubble boy. You be the bubble boy.
Basetto pulls up, three-pointer. In and out.
Taking a charge in your day, Casey O'Neill, have you?
Oh, absolutely. I used to love taking charges. Rickerson all the way to the basket, and he'll draw the foul and go to the line. Nice drive.
Yeah, aggressive move. This time, Devin Rickerson said, okay, I'm going to take it baseline and get to the rim. He didn't finish, but the assertiveness to get there, the commitment. Devin Rickerson.
Second foul on Sutman. Rickerson going to shoot 2, going to have a chance to get this thing back into single digits.
He's a newcomer to the Colonel team this year. He's fitting in a little bit now. Chemistry's better. Sleepwalking a little bit during the first half. Like to see him get. He's a kid. Casey is a kid, streaky scorer. When he wants to go off and take the game over a little bit, he's got a bit of a poor man, Booger McNair. Is that a good example?
Well, he's I think the most important player for Ledyard because he is the biggest question mark going into every game.
Yeah.
If he gives you a good game defensively and offensively, Ledyard becomes very, very difficult to beat because Trevor Hutchins is going to do what he does. But there are times when Rickerson sort of disappears. Nice job by Sutman with a reverse layup.
Boy, what a ball game by Walker Sutman.
Be productive, Walker.
He says, I got your production right here, Casey O'Neill. Double digits for the senior.
On the other end, nice job by Woodruff finding Hutchins for the lay-in. I want to see Trevin throw that one down, though.
Two-handed style.
Change the momentum.
Think he's tall enough to do it?
I know. Whitmore's doing a great job hounding Basetto. Pinch. Tried to find Spellman. Loose ball. Sutman finds Basetto.
50-50 ball that time won by Waterford.
Basetto, razzle-dazzle, finds a cutting Sutman. And they're going to say he walked first.
Walker's walking.
2 steps. I don't know. Walker frustrated. Stay away from me, Lucky Charms, Walk. 9-point Waterford lead. And
Good call, though. It's a good call.
Ledyard's creeping. Waterford's got to be careful right now. Ledyard's poised for a run.
Hanging around.
Alligator blood. Here we go. Hutchins with Spellman on him at the foul line to Nieves. Underneath. Nice job. Rickerson with the finish.
Oh, the touch. The generous shooter's touch.
Pacetto goes and right by Rickerson, finds a wide open pinch.
Oh, that's a good job that time by Pacetto, Casey. The drive, the kick, and pinch says, I got you back.
The other way, Rickerson on a nice long feed from Woodruff.
We got a ball game now, a little end-to-end action here.
Pacetto goes back to pinch. Second three ball. Good.
Hot hand right now. Pinch from Pacetto. Back-to-back possessions.
A dash of Pacetto and a pinch for the three ball.
And a pinch, you can count on pinch.
To the basket. Hutchins, no good. Ball's loose in the corner. Hutchins gets away with an elbow. Rickerson, three-pointer. Everything but the finish as it was down in the basket. And Hutchins is frustrated right now. Trevor Hutchins is frustrated. He's walking down court shaking his head. He is clearly frustrated with the physicality.
Yeah, looking for a call, looking for something out there from the refs, looking for a little help. I'm working my tail off. Give me a hand out there. It's all right. Good matchup so far between him and Walker Sutton. This is a good ball game for Walk. Keep an eye on pinch now. He's a hot hand, and if I was Waterford, I'd be looking to run him off a screen.
Pacetto. Spellman pulls up at the foul line. Short. Rickerson with the rebound. Up ahead, Whitmore. Pacetto jumps on Whitmore with the steal, and a touch foul on Rickerson. Out in no man's land. Mikey jumped the route that time, if you will.
Yeah.
Got the steal.
Yeah, and then the harm, the frustration foul, the reach-in by Rickerson, his third personal of the ballgame. You don't mind the foul, Casey, but something like that coming back, 80 feet from the rim.
Pacetto gets a high screen from Spellman, looking for him rolling, and Mikey lost that one in the Lancer Nation that time.
Yeah, I think he'd like to have that one back. You see the little frustration on his face and kind of let that ball was almost on a string off the end of his fingertips.
Woodruff got away with one. He shoved Pinch in the face. Pacetto and Rahman reaching in on Rickerson. We're going to get a tie-up Waterford basketball.
Well, it looks like right now, too, what Waterford is doing is looking to double the Ledyard guards. As soon as they come off a half-court, Casey, Woodruff or Rickerson, Waterford is, letting the off guy come off their defender, the weak ball side, and double team.
Yeah, Coach Cornish is going to put Stanley Green back in the game. He does not like what he's seeing on the floor right now with Ledyard. Pacetto shakes Whitmore. Spellman with a pump fake, drives to the basket, right hand, no good, but there's Sutton with the finish.
Best ball game we've seen him play in 3 years here at Waterford.
Walker's been active tonight up on the glass.
Yeah.
Rahman loses it back to Woodruff. Woodruff, and we're going to get a reach behind on Pinch, and Woodruff's getting frustrated with the physicality as well. He's gotten away a couple times with a offensive shove.
A little push off, yeah.
And that time, though, they got Pinch coming from behind.
Our first look here at J.J. Brennan checking in for the Lancers for Omar Rahman. We're going to call him the microwave. ECC's version of the microwave. How's that? Instant offense.
Over-under on him shooting the basketball, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Green, Woodruff, blocked by Sutton. Pinch comes out of it. Not the shot I don't think Ledyard wanted.
Maybe a little high-low dump down that time for Trevor. Jack thought he had the shot. Pinch still got the hot hand for the Lancers out there.
Pacetto in Green's face. Off the side of the rim. That's good defense by Stanley Green.
Going away from Pinch the last 2 or 3 times down the court. Knocked down a couple big threes. He's still heat up out there. He still got the hot hand.
Mikey likes the moment.
Yeah.
He saw a chance to bring the house down,
yeah, sure.
and he wants the moment. Hutchins and Woodruff. Woodruff now finds Green. Green dumps it inside, but Mikey with the steal finds Brennan. Ball's loose. Alborn.
Got numbers here.
They're jumping the guards every chance they can. The message is clear. When the guards start to go to the basket, you jump the route.
Yeah, it's almost like a game of hot potato the last few possessions for the Ledyard guards. A lot of indecisions going on out there. Where should I go with the ball? Who are we going to look to? And that's one of the things, Casey. You talk about Mikey Bisetto being a team leader for Waterford. Well, he handles the rock 80% of the time. The team leader for Ledyard is still yet to be determined. If it's Hutchins, he's a big guy. He doesn't handle the ball.
Yep, he needs help. Nice defense on the inbound pass by Waterford. Forced Woodruff into a difficult bounce pass. It'll stay a Ledyard ball. 7 seconds remaining. Waterford with a 13-point lead. Hard to believe. 13-point lead.
It's been a good quarter for the Lancers. A lot of layups by Walker Sutman and a couple of threes by Pinch. They played very well.
Long pass to Green. Rickerson takes an eye on the clock. Pulls up. Long three is short. And that's going to see if they're going to wave it off.
Let's see what happens. They're going to put some time on the clock. 0.4 seconds maybe. 0.3. Sports Doctor was almost right on.
So the only thing they can get here is a lob
tip.
or a little tip. See if they were trying to run a play for it. Or the quick layup. We saw that. We saw that, right? We saw the Lancer miracle 2 years ago.
How about a little Tate George catch and shoot down in the corner? Not enough time for that.
I don't even think they're going to try. I think
it's
they're
late.
It's inbound and go to the bench.
Tate.
Spellman, baseball pass, intercepted by Hutchins. They're going to say no good. And we are at the end of 3 quarters, and that means Lancer Nation takes stage here at the Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse. As the teams go, 13-point Waterford lead.
Get a chance to get a look at the guys inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame over the last couple of days.
I did, and I think closers are incredibly overrated. But if you're going to put him in the Hall of Fame, he belongs. He's probably the second best one of the last 20 years. Tripper Jones is a no-brainer in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a champion. Yeah,
and I think people, if Vladimir Guerrero played in anywhere other than Montreal, people would realize that he was the most dominant player. So you're not a fantasy sports guy.
I'm not.
Vladimir Guerrero was the most
guy,
expensive. Now forget numbers. Fantasy sports. Vladimir Guerrero was the most expensive guy to buy. Everyone wanted Vladdy. And Jim
auction league.
And Jim told me it's 600 home runs.
Gosh, I'm not a. There's
600 home runs.
Just going over some numbers right now. Bisetto leading the way with 15 points for Waterford. Walker Sutman with 12. Trevor Hutchins, the leading scorer for 11 with 12. I'm sorry.
Game Day is brought to you by Family First Life. Are you a current or former athlete looking to earn over $100,000 a year? Well, if the answer is yes, contact Family First Life at 860-317-1324.
Yeah, fourth quarter time is winning time, so let's see what Dave Cornish draws up after set. And right away, feeding his big man, Trevor Hutchins.
And they reached in, drew the foul. So Hutch will go to the line to shoot 2.
Davis called some nice set plays off of timeouts or beginning of the quarter or the half. It's just in the half-court set, things become very stagnant for this Ledyard team. And they're going to need Kenny Turner down to stretch this ball game, too. They're down by 12 right now, and, Kenny's one of those guys that can give you, 15, 14 on a good night. He's the second leading scorer on the team, and right now he's just struggling a bit out there.
One more for Hutchins. Knocks them both down.
14 points in the night for Trev.
Pinch will run the point. 3-guard offense for Waterford right now. Bisetto and Rahman in the game as well.
You got Hutchins with 14 and Walker Sutman with 12. That position right now is a wash.
Rahman to the basket. Nice job by Alborn from behind. Stripped him as he went up. Woodruff to Rickerson all the way to the basket. Over Sutman. That's a nice touch there by Devin Rickerson.
Yeah, and the push by Rickerson and the kiss off the glass for number 5 for 2.
Pinch gets a screen from Spellman. Whitmore is doing a great job on Bisetto. Rahman in the corner. Back up top to Spellman. Spellman pulls up in Rickerson's face. 3-ball short. On the floor, though, Rahman with a hustle play.
Liam Spellman hitting that 3. He's kind of fallen in love with that 3-point shot since he knocked one down.
Baseline jump shot is true for number 5.
Yeah, smooth. You see how he's not forcing things out there? He's just playing basketball. He's not trying to do too much. He's not pressing. rising up and knocking it down. NBN, nothing but nylon from 14 from Mikey Busetto.
Alborn finds Whitmore. Whitmore looking to dump inside. Instead, Rickerson drives to the basket. And seeing that what happened right there was nice. Spellman did not go for Rickerson thinking he was going to dish. Instead, he took it all the way to the basket for two.
Good drive. Good job getting to the rim by Rickerson.
Busetto zip past Rahman.
You like his approach to the game tonight?
Yes. Rahman 3 short. Spellman, though, and there's Sutman with the finish again.
Walk. Walk this way, walk. 14 points for the big man.
Woodruff, hounded by Pinch. He's played great man defense. Dump inside Alborn, looks for a cutting Rickerson, but instead it's tipped. And that's going to be out of bounds. It'll stay Ledyard basketball.
Yeah, nice job that time by Omar Rahman shadowing Rickerson as he tried a little backdoor cut to get to the rim. Rahman's athletic enough to play a little catch-up, a little deep safety there. Casey knocked the ball away. Max Mazzella comes in, probably to pick up his 5th foul.
I'm going to guess it's going to be on Julio Nieves as well. I'm going to make that prediction.
All right.
I'm going to go Nostradamus on you.
He will pick it up hammering Julio.
Yes.
Or blocking Julio.
Yes.
All right.
Whitmore picked his dribble up. Pinch stripped him. Tries to find Busetto, ill-advised. Whitmore kicks it out of bounds. And we're going to get, instead, a foul on Sutman.
For running into the rock. Julio Nieves.
Put a tent on that circus. That was just 10 seconds of carnival time.
I love a parade. Is everybody happy?
And that's going to put Ledyard in the 1-and-1. 8th team foul on Waterford and 3rd on Walker Sutman. And Julio Nieves will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Important points every time you get a chance here for the Colonels.
Free throws, not foul shots.
Oh, good strong rebound by Rahman, but he fell on Mazzella, and that's a travel, and Ledyard gets a break because Nieves not the strongest free throw shooter.
Yeah, and here's your guy, Kenny Turner. He's the mystery piece to the puzzle tonight for the Colonels.
Thank you. The quick timeout, 30-second by Dave Cornish. The biggest lineup that Ledyard can go with. They have Nieves, Turner, and Hutchins in the game. That's the biggest lineup with Rickerson that Ledyard can have. 5:39, 11-point lead. Waterford hasn't really been threatened here since the second quarter of the game.
Yeah, they opened things up very nicely in the third quarter, Casey. They built that way. I think it was 13 points was the highest lead they had. You know, they did it by passing the basketball, knocking down some threes, and getting some looks at the second chance opportunities at the rim. Right now, they're in total control of this game, and it's up to Ledyard to figure out, A, how we're going to manufacture some offense, and B, how we're going to get stops on the other end.
Yeah, I think Ledyard's bigger issue is finding some way to score points. It's tough to keep dumping the ball into the big guys when you're down 11 points as time becomes a factor.
Well, it's got to be either Turner or Rickerson to help open things up for the big man down low.
What about Woodruff? He was knocking him down in the first half.
Well, that was an added luxury.
There's Rickerson in the corner with Busetto on him.
He can take him.
Goes with the left hand all the way to the basket. And a little scoop shot is good.
Yeah, he can take him. He has that ability to get to the rim. 9-point game, under double digits right now with 5.5 to go.
Busetto now with Woodruff on him.
Patience.
High screen from Sutman. He goes with the left, now pulls it back. Another screen from Sutman, swings it. Rahman. Baseline drive, and he'll step on the out-of-bound mark.
You know what he's going to do over there. He's going to go to the basket, so grab the baseline, put your foot on the end line, and let him go by. He stepped out of bounds there, but he had a little hip action. He was past Hutchins on the baseline, looking to go to the rim. You know he's going to go to the rim.
Rickerson now on the wing, guarded by Rahman.
Comes Turner off the double screen on the baseline.
Rahman got fouled. Rickerson pulled up in his face. Instead, Sutman comes down, loses it. Nieves spins, finish no good. Another opportunity for Nieves. Can't get that one to go. And Spellman pushes. Busetto with numbers. Wisely pulls it up a little bit. And they'll eat some clock.
A little rusty is Julio Nieves.
Rahman swings. Spellman goes to the baseline. Back up top, and now Rahman, as Woodruff is absolutely shadowing Busetto.
Yeah, Dave Cornish is telling his guys, you got to come out and start playing and doubling. We got to manufacture some turnovers.
Floater in the lane by Rahman is good. That time he went away from contact.
Yeah, he went away from contact, pulled up, knocked down the 8-footer. Nice job by Omar Rahman.
Rickerson, now they have the more physical Rahman on him. It's going to make him go with the right hand. Rickerson does, but pulls up short. Hutchins put it on the floor unwisely, and Coach Bill Bassett calls a timeout.
That's a hustle play there. 50-50 ball, Omar Rahman getting down and dirty and picking it up.
Yeah, every time Trevor Hutchins bounces the basketball when he gets it on the block, he's just doing the other team a favor, letting those little guys come in and swat away at it. You got to just go up strong.
Yeah, you got to go up strong. Casey, the league is it's a big game in the league, and you've been doing some homework, looked at some of these schools and how they fared in the league. Obviously, I think they were 19-3. The league against teams out of the ECC?
Yeah, the Big Five, New London, East Lyme, Waterford, Ledyard, NFA, the Big Five in the conference. 19-3 overall against out-of-conference teams, including 5-0 for East Lyme, 4-0 for Ledyard. And with some signature wins, East Lyme beat a 9-3 Bristol Central team, and Ledyard beat an 8-2 Wethersfield team. NFA beat an 8-4 East Hartford team. So some good wins on there. And even losses. New London right in it with 11-1 Danbury. NFA right in it with 11-1 Holy Cross.
Right.
The league is poised to make some runs and some noise, more so than they have. There's more teams capable of advancing this year.
So you could see an East Lyme or Waterford making a run in Division III.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a team like New London is going to make some team miserable in the
Division
state tournament.
II, yeah.
Now, NFA and Ledyard get a bad draw. Basetto, Sutman. Blocked. Rickerson comes out of the pack, behind the back, all the way to the basket, and he scores on Mazzella.
He is the X factor out there right now for Dave Cornish. They're going to need a lot more of that. Stops on the defensive end, rebound, and easy looks at the rim.
Basetto, floater, no good. Rickerson with it for Ledyard. He's going to push.
They got numbers.
Rickerson goes baseline, slings. Turner can't finish, and Mazzella comes out. Missed opportunity for the Colonels. And Coach Dave Cornish is taking the tie off.
Tie is off. He is exasperated.
Basetto, Mazzella, and this game's getting sloppy. Waterford's starting to put a little too much effort into things as well.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers here for the Lancers. They don't have to. They don't have to press anything. They're up by 9 with 3 minutes to go. Take your time. Run your sets. Don't force anything. Look at Dave Cornish has got the tie off. He is... Oh.
Missed opportunity by Kenny Turner. Had a chance to get it to 7. Rickerson, Rahman overplayed. Nice job by Spellman. Rahman comes out of the pack. And Wisely pulls it up.
A little lazy that time, Casey, by Devin Rickerson in the paint.
Basetto drives and does a great job keeping Woodruff on his hip. And that's going to send Mikey Basetto to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Nah, it's only the 4th team foul right now.
I'm sorry, that's the other way.
That's all right.
Someone's got 8 fouls.
That would be the Lancers.
That's right.
That's, yeah.
Just making sure you guys are on your toes.
That's it. That's it.
I'm doing that for you, Sports Doctor. Just making sure you're here.
I've got you in my ear. I've got Mike DeMar on my right arm hitting me. Life is good.
Mikey inbounds to Walker Sutman, up top to Mr. Mazzella, and we're going to reset. In the corner, Basetto forgoes the 3.
Thought about it, didn't he?
He did. Spellman pulls up inside the 3-point line, no good. And Nieves with a rebound. And a timeout from Dave Cornish. And I would have shot that. If I'm Mikey Basetto, I'm going to shoot that 3.
Yeah.
If I get a wide open look.
I thought about it. He had a wide open look. And that's not forcing the issue. That's just taking a good shot when it presents itself.
So the lead is 9. 2:18 remaining. Still a lot of time left in the ball game, but somebody on Ledyard's going to have to score the basketball.
Yeah, and I think what Ledyard's probably doing right now is setting up some sort of press after a made shot. Let's get a look here. Here's what we're going to run on the offensive end. If it's not Devin going to the basket, it's going to be, trying to get the ball to Hutchins on the block. And then let's go right into some sort of full-court press. Tough to do with Mikey Basetto. Look at these little cuties having a good time at the game tonight.
Avi, I also like wolves. Wolves are fantastic creatures. And penguins. Yeah. Big penguin fan. I like that. Wolves and penguins.
With
little
crayons in the back, coloring books. I'm a sticker book guy myself.
That doesn't surprise me. You know what? Next time you do a good job on the radio, I'm going to give you a gold star.
I'm a sticker book guy.
Put in your sticker book.
I color out of the lines.
That doesn't surprise me either, Sports Doctor. But from now on, at the end of a broadcast, when you say, how did things go, I'm just going to go, gold star for the Sports Doctor, and I'm going to give you a sticker.
So sticker book, I'm a sticker book. He's a sticker book guy, too. They still give gold stars, or?
I'm 100%.
I would want a Superman sticker.
No, you would want a
Superman.
You would
sticker.
want what you would want is a
Incredible Hulk sticker.
See, I think you're missing the thing.
The Batman sticker.
If I came in with a Judas Priest sticker, that's
I'd
what
love it. Yeah, hell, Iron
that.
Maiden. I mean,
Iron Maiden sticker.
My mother would not be happy about that. She'd throw it away, just like she did all the albums.
A smart woman.
Black Sabbath. Who? You thought Lee Elsie's mom was bad.
9-point lead for Waterford. Pacetto hounds Woodruff. He goes past him, pulls up in the lane in a wild bank shot.
Right into a full court press here. Going full court man. Let's see if they trap over half court with the off man. No. I'm surprised that Ledyard didn't go to some kind of full court trap right there.
Rahman's got to be careful now. Goes past Rickerson all the way to the basket. Crazy. And we're going to get a block.
Oh, boy. That was an out-of-control, player-control foul that time on Omar Rahman. That's a tough one there.
Yeah, Colonel Crew doesn't like that one.
Not the shooting foul.
He was in the air, but
he was doing something in the air.
Rahman had missed his first two at the line earlier today. Struggles there. Big free throws here for the senior. Calmly knocks that one down.
Done a little bit of everything tonight for the Lancers as Omar Rahman. One of those versatile players. Getting to the rim, knocking down a jump shot. Big free throw here, Casey.
Short, and Hutchins will rebound.
So Ledyard needs a basket quickly and then get right into their press.
Rickerson drives baseline. Wild scoop shot, no good. Nieves, strong rebound on Mazzella, no good. And Mazzella with the rebound.
I mean, Sutman and Mazzella, Walker Sutman's played a heck of a ball game here tonight. If I could sound like Tommy Heinsohn, he's played a heck of a ball game here tonight.
You give him any Tommy points?
Yeah, he's getting everything. He's getting the Irish out there. All right, be careful, 5 seconds here.
Little floater in the lane by Rahman is good.
He's figuring it out now. He's pulling up from 8 feet. Not the full head of steam and getting to the 10. I got the touch as well, sports doctor.
Woodruff, jump shot. Air ball, saved by Turner. Out of bounds, and it will stay Ledyard ball.
Yeah, I think Ledyard's, they're their own worst enemy here tonight, though. They've been, taken out of their game by the Waterford guards. Waterford's played pretty well, but, Ledyard has started to, kind of out of offensive rhythm tonight.
Just furthering the wild circus that is the ECC Large here this year. Pacetto fouled and
still not in a one-on-one situation yet. I think it's 16 foul on the Colonels.
So Waterford beats Ledyard. Ledyard beats East Lyme. East Lyme beats New London and Waterford. New London beats Waterford and NFA.
And NFA.
I mean, East Lyme is
beats
gonna
NFA.
It's a mess.
The juggling act.
What it means is that Tuesday night, when New London travels to East Lyme for their second chance at the
Watch
Vikings,
out.
That game is for the top spot in the ECC, as they both have one conference loss. New London's at the hands of East Lyme, and East Lyme's at the hand of Ledyard. The winner of that Tuesday night game will be, for the first time in a long time, there will be a sole leader at the ACC.
Yeah, and I think the league is like a game of Yahtzee. Roll the dice, and whatever comes up, comes up. I mean, it's
small straight.
Yeah, small straight's fine. Full house, take it. Yahtzee, snake eyes, full house.
Pacetto knocks the first one down. 19 seconds left. This one firmly in the books for the Lancers.
I know this. Waterford Casey needed this game tonight in the worst way.
If there's such a thing as a must-win regular season game, for their confidence, it certainly was. And they will get it as we're down to 12 seconds. Rickerson drives the lane, finds a cutting Hutchins. Nice basket that time. A little bit too little, a little bit too late. As the clock winds down here at the X, a 59-49 victory for Waterford High School. They break the uncomfortableness of the last week with a big win over the top of the Ledyard High School Colonels. We're going to have the sports doctor with our post game, but We'll come back on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I gave you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
we have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
A happy Lancer Nation here at the X, the Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse at Waterford High School, a 59-49 victory over the Ledyard Colonels, and the Sports Doctor has head coach Bill Bassett and a couple of integral and happy Lancers.
Coach Bill Bassett. Coach, boy, how good does this win feel tonight?
This win feels great tonight. Again, it comes down to our energy, what we bring to the floor, and that's what they brought tonight, 100%.
What was the difference in tonight's game versus, the last couple times out, whether it's against East Lyme or Stonington?
It was the whole team effort on the boards. It was the entire team on the boards tonight. They have terrific rebounders, terrific big guys, really strong. I got big, strong guys too, and then my guards came and rebounded. Everybody did their job tonight.
Well, we'll start with the big guy first. The angry leprechaun, as Casey O'Neill would call you. Walker, what was your mindset tonight going in?
Well, Trevor Hutchins is the best big man in the ECC, so I knew I had to come in and do my job and just try to limit him, box out, get rebounds, and scoring was a bonus. So I just played my best, and my teammates did their job, and we came out with a great win today.
Have you ever scored 14 points in a game before in your life?
A couple of times, but not too often. It's not my job.
No, it's not his job. Well, your job to score, Mikey, tonight. You had a chance to talk a little bit with me and Casey before the game. You talked about tonight possibly being a must-win for this team, not only for yourself personally, but your team.
Well, yeah, we had a rough week. We got beat up a little bit. East Lyme beat us. We almost lost to Stonington. And London beat us. So this shows what this team's all about. We fight. We play together. We love playing with each other, and we just play hard.
What was the difference for you personally out there tonight?
I think my confidence was up tonight. Teams have been denying me the ball. They've been bumping me around a little bit, but I've talked to multiple people, and they just said play through it. And tonight, the guys around me got me the ball. They finished. They did everything we needed to do, and it was just a great win.
Bill, do you need this kind of team effort here for the rest of the way? You need guys like Liam Spellman and, Pinch and everybody contributing?
That's why I told every guy tonight. Every guy has a job. Every guy has a role, and they've been doing it at different parts of the season in spits and furts. This is where we actually put it together as a full team win.
You figure this league out yet? Or is it a crapshoot from here and out?
Hey, we got Montville on Tuesday night. That's what we're focused on.
Casey, the Waterford Lancers, big win tonight against a hot Ledyard team, back on track here at the X.
Yeah, thank you, Sports Doctor. How to figure out the ECC large. Everyone's beating up on everybody else. And here tonight, no difference. A 59-49 victory for the Waterford Lancers over the Ledyard Colonels. And it is just furthering the idea that the ECC is a confusing mess. There's Mikey Picetto with sort of the star of the night. If there's two stars of the night, Mikey Picetto's one and Marissa Walker is the other, as tonight was the first ever Go for the Gold childhood cancer awareness game, and Marissa Walker was the star of that. Speaking of stars, Sports Doctor, a very calm Mikey Picetto, a very happy Bill Bassett, and a very relieved Walker Sutton.
Yes, all the above on all three. And I think this is a game that Waterford needed to have. I mean, their confidence. Mikey talked about playing with confidence. It was a little bit shaken in the last couple of games. Kid came out and played a heck of a ball game. You saw Pinch, you saw Mazzella contributing. You saw Liam Spellman getting into the action as well. So, a team effort tonight. And Mikey didn't force things. Listen, he let the game come naturally to him. And, like we talked about before the game, just have fun and play basketball, son.
Yeah, tonight, definitely the Lancers kind of found a mix that worked for them.
Yeah.
On the other side of things, a very disappointing loss, I'm sure.
I think so.
For Ledyard and Coach Cornish. I think they were very, very confident rolling into this game tonight, 5 straight, playing good basketball, and now that's their third loss in the conference, so it's back to the drawing board for them.
Go figure. For real, go figure. I mean, they beat East Lyme. East Lyme beats Waterford. We talked about this, but again, it's styles-determined fights, okay? You saw superior guard play by the Colonels tonight, kind of negating a big front line for Ledyard. So, I don't mean that as a knock against the Ledyard guards, but the Waterford guards are just that much better.
Yeah, and there's nothing against the schedule. You got to come and you got to play everybody all the time, but Waterford does not have another ECC Division I opponent until the last game of the year against NFA. This is, if there is such a thing as the soft part of the schedule for Waterford, they're now in Division II, playing those Division II games. You heard him say they got Montville coming up. If there's a time for them to get back on a roll,
tonight was the night.
Tonight starts it. Now you're in the soft part of the schedule. On the other side of thing, Ledyard's schedule doesn't get any easier. It's another game with New London, another game with East Lyme, another game Weaver. I mean, so that they're playing the big school schedule, the Division I schedule. Waterford gets to slide back into Division II. But I have a feeling we're going to see both of these two teams come tournament time.
Yeah, it just might. And you just might see them in here in the final, on, like you said, come tournament time. But it's a crapshoot. I mean, I can't figure this league out. We've seen a lot of these teams. I had a chance to see NFA for the first time the other night. Your guess is as good as mine. And then, the underdog, the New London Whalers, as Chop Parker says, we're never an underdog. We could play in the Boston Garden, and we're still the favorite.
He thinks he's the number one.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's a happy Lancer crowd. I was just getting harassed by Waterford alumni J.R. Chaponi, his daughter Sienna, great softball player.
Yeah, sure.
They're out making Google faces at us because I said those faces weren't there the last couple times we saw Waterford play. Tonight's a feeling where you can see Lancer Nation's very happy right now.
Special night here at Waterford High School. Again, the tribute to to Walker and everything. And it's just what a tremendous night, Casey, and a lot of good basketball coming up down the road here on game day.
Well, speaking of that, Sports Doctor, NFA at New London, February 9th, and then New London at Ledyard. And that New London-Ledyard game is going to be a big game February 13th. Those two teams are going to be slugging it out along the way.
Well, I'm going to see a lot of Chop Parker in the next couple weeks, aren't I?
You are. Now, we're Tuesday night, New London and East Lyme. For those interested, that's going to be a big battle there at East Lyme High School for the top spot of the ECC. But these teams just keep picking each other off. Tonight was as special a night as we have been a part of. The first ever Go for Gold Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. Marissa Walker leading the way here for Waterford.
Yeah, and just what a tremendous evening here. Tremendous job by our crew. Tim and Carlos and Connor, Mike DeMauro, and the producer, boy, Peter Wappy is very, very, very special. I can tell you that much right now.
There's a special girl right there, Marissa Walker. She's the star of the evening tonight. Great presentation for everybody here on the Game Day crew. We're thankful to be here tonight. For the Sports Doctor, I'm Casey O'Neill. Good night, everybody.